told you, I can't get behind whether it's Candace Owens or whether it was anybody in America coming after the black community saying, oh, you're playing victim, in the sense of it's not even about whether black community was playing victim. Like if you take the individual situations out of the collective, that is, there were situations that happen to all Americans, whether you're black, white, whatever. But to tell the black community that they played victim and that it was a problem, even to right now where you have the left versus the right in the politics, and the black community is constantly getting pointed at by the whites and the rights, right? The thing that I just don't have time for, I don't have time for white conservatives and white Republicans. Y'all told the black community that they was victims, and all of a sudden Candace Owens started poking at the Jewish community as a woman. So you mean to tell me now these white conservatives, and I don't know, maybe there might be certain black conservatives, I don't know, like males, I'm talking about the men. So now that Candace Owens started talking about the Jewish community and saying that they're bad people and they're in Hollywood and they're in these elite circles and they're the cabal and stuff, you mean to tell me it's okay for white male conservatives to play victim to the white Jews that they once blended in with? Does that make any sense?
Hold on. You saying that Candace Owens was saying that black people playing victim, right?
She was one of those people, yeah, that said that.
Playing victim. What was her reason for saying that that they're playing victim?
Like lack of accountability, in other words.
Okay,
It's a
so
huge, like
is
lack of
she
accountability.
is
World,
she is there any credence to what she's saying?
there is truth to what she's
O-
saying. I say the same thing for years.
Okay,
That's
so
why I liked her to begin with.
so
From
so that means they are playing victim, right?
Yeah,
That means niggas are playing victim.
yeah, but it depends on the situation too. If they really are, just because, see, she's numb in certain areas, but that's her personal life. But when somebody really is a victim, and that has nothing to do with skin color, when somebody really is a victim, they really are a
Who was a
victim.
victim that she said wasn't a victim?
No, I didn't say that, but I'm just saying that like my thing is, fast forward now that we see white conservatives that they used, like, not even just white conservatives, it could also be white liberals and white Democrats. Y'all used to blend in with the white Jews in Hollywood, in real estate, in brokers, in New York trade and commerce, or worldwide trade and commerce, whatever, whatever. So what I have a problem with is when I'm looking on comments or something, oh, don't say nothing about them. You can't say nothing about. I'm seeing white people do this towards the Jews. Now you're playing victim and you're acting like you can't do nothing. Like you were just doing business and breaking bread with the white Jews that y'all looked alike. Y'all blended in together. Y'all was at the top, the good, the bad, the ugly, Hollywood, at a local property, at a local investment near you, at any city, at any state. And now y'all white conservatives and white Mormons and Catholics and Protestant and evangelicals, now y'all trying to sit there and act like y'all victims to the white Jews that y'all
What?
used. Because one thing I told the black community 2, 3 years ago, I said, if y'all got a problem with the white man, part ways with them in business. And I genuinely meant that shit, and I'm not taking that shit back. But you know what I'm saying now to the white conservative? Because I'm not a racist that everybody paints me to be. What I'm saying to the white conservatives and the Mormons and the like Protestants, oh, y'all would have sit there and talk shit about the Jews that y'all literally used to blend in with? Part ways with them in business. I'm saying this. I'm the same conservative. I'm the same conservative. I didn't switch up. It's just a different flavor. That's all. I'm the same conservative. I said it to the black community, and I'm going to say it to the white community as well. Stop, and I'm going to speak to the men. I don't care if you're a black man or a white man. Stop being weak. Stop being weak. And I always say that. I never switched up. Stop being weak.
Ooh, I'm gonna call you Malcolm Lydia. That's what.
You know what? I'm so done with. I don't have. Nah. Like, be a man. If you like, that's what I'm saying. I'm calling the conservatives out, even though I am a conservative myself. But you told me, both black and white conservatives, y'all told me that skin color doesn't matter and stuff like that. And y'all attacked the black community for playing victim and stuff like that. And then look at Candace Owens. Look at what she's doing. Just like she told the black community that they were victims and stuff like that. What did she do on her last day with Daily Wire? What did she do? She said, I'm finally free. Okay, you're
Yeah.
finally free from what you signed up for? You're finally free from the Jewish people?
I don't think that's playing victim. She signed a contract, right?
Yeah, but
And she got fired. right?
How? How did she get fired? How do you know
I'm
that?
asking. The Daily Wire said she got fired. They said they let her go.
When did they say that?
Shit, let me look it up. Let's look up. Let's look it up. Daily.
My thing is, how could Candace Owens tell the black community that they were playing victim in the sense of crying wolf? I'm finally free. How does Candace Owens say that she's finally? It's not even put it like this. Forget about whether she got fired, whether she quit, or anything along those lines. My thing is, how is she finally free from the Daily Wire? Or what really was saying is that she's free from the Jews. You signed up to be with Prager University. They're Jewish. You signed up to be with Turning Point USA. They're owned by the Jewish. You signed up to be with excuse me, the Daily Wire. These are three Jewish-owned companies. So now you're finally free from what you signed up
Is she
with. I thought her best friend Kanye West said that slavery was a choice.
is
And
she
that we have choices to make in life.
is she free? Is she saying she's free from the Jews or she's free from Daily Wire? Which
I know
one?
what she was doing when she wrote that.
No, I'm asking. Like I'm for real because like I try not to infer any kind of intent upon people. What I thought that she said she's free from the Daily Wire. That's what I thought because she worked with Dennis Prager and she never had a problem with him.
She's Jewish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she had no problem with him.
Not Charlie Kirk himself, but the owner of Turning Point is Jewish. So when you're sitting there poking at the Jewish community and trying to make it seem like they're bad, and you're talking about the Bolsheviks, you talk about all these things that happened in the past. You don't even want to talk about what's going on in Africa. And when I say in Africa, you don't even want to talk about what's happening in America. She doesn't even want to talk about the real Christians. Some of them are white, some of them are in America, some of them are in Africa. She's not even talking about the Christians that are being attacked by Muslims. That's why I have a little theory right now saying that it's Candace Owens, Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit, Myron from Fresh and Fit, that African Sudanese, he's a Muslim. He might tell people he's not a Muslim, but he really is a Muslim. Sneeko and Andrew Tate, they just converted into Islam.
I don't know who half these niggas are. Like I'm
Manosphere. That is very important. It's very important. These are the Manosphere niggas. So these dudes, okay, so and Candace kind of endorses them, if you will. And you have who else? I'd even add Tucker Carlson at this point. They they are they all have a hand. Candace Owens, all of them, they all have a hand to divide America by telling America, look at the Jewish people, look at them, look at them, look at them, while not by not having Americans see that it's really Islam, like radical Islam, trying to take over America. Because I told you there's a saying in East Africa and Middle East and so forth, and in other countries. America doesn't know this, but the world knows this. When I say the world, again, I'm talking about from a perspective of Africa and the Middle East, that the Muslims will do away with the Christians after they have done away with the Jews.
yeah, I've heard that before,
That's
but
what they're trying to do here. The
I've
Jewish
heard
people are not America's problems because if put it like this, let me ask you this question. Talking about DEI and talking about the anti-Semitic hate bill, let me ask you this question: what would you rather for American businesses? Would you rather American businesses to fail because of DEI protocol, which is we see it's happening? We just mentioned Bud Light, but we mentioned Planet Fitness, or would you rather American businesses crumble because people don't want to be involved with the Jewish community or Israel anymore? And I'll be generous. I'll ask you a third option. Do you not want American businesses to fail at all?
yeah, I'd go with three. I don't want American businesses to fail at all. Like that's easy.
Yeah, because American businesses are crumbling due to DEI, just like these universities and these colleges. And I know I keep repeating myself, but this is very important. It's currently happening in America. Um, if you look at a lot of the businesses, and I said, in the medical field, in the real estate and property and stuff like that, uh, and I know people laugh at me when I say this, New York bagels, in the rye bread and the sourdough and all these things. This is business and trade and commerce that's with the Jewish people in America. A lot of American businesses in the banks and stuff like that, yes, they are run by Jewish people. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's a cabal. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's not you have good and bad Christians, you have good and bad Muslims, you have good and bad Jewish people. So I encourage the Jewish people that behind a lot of these businesses that if you feel like Americans are attacking you, I think it's time for you to end the contracts. Like, May's coming up, June is coming up to the Jewish community. Since people want to disrespect you, just cut all businesses ties with these people. And that goes into question number two, because a lot of Jewish people, they have been a huge staple in a lot of American businesses. They have. And I believe that when money goes to Israel, it's not just going to Israel, but it's somehow a collateral exchange circulating between Israel and America with the nuclear weapons, with the businesses, with material, with trade, and with commerce. I think it's a chain reaction and it goes back and forth. I don't think it's the same like Ukraine or all these other countries, stuff like that. I'm not saying I put America first and stuff like that, but I understand that America does have certain allies. But what I'm saying is, in terms of the structure of a lot of these businesses, they are Jewish owned businesses. And so for people to sit there and disrespect Jewish people and attack Jewish children out in the streets of New York, or, out in the universities and so forth, I think it's time for Jewish people to part ways with people when they're like, hey, you want to disrespect us? You're fired. I think they should continue doing stuff like that. And I don't care what anybody says, because you're attacking them and you're attacking their families and stuff like that. So, and when Planet Fitness took a loss, when Bud Light took a loss, when Target took a loss because of their DEI, good. You should take a loss. So it's either America gets their shit together or everything falls. Because, like I said, you probably did see me say in my stories, it's kill or be killed. And I believe that. I don't.
Well, I'm scared to talk. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm
It's
playing.
true. It's
I'm
true.
playing.
People want
I
to
mean,
sit and all of a sudden attack the Jewish community. I think it's time for them, and I don't mind telling them personally, getting the word across different states. I would tell them, like, hey, get rid of, people want to sit there and attack you and make and call you a murderer and say, just put all of them in one group rather than making it individualized. Think it's time for them to end their contracts. And listen, this might sound brand new, but I told the black community a couple of years ago, I said, if you want to sit there and keep talking shit about the white man, why don't you part ways from the white man's business? Part ways. And then I'll tell the white man, I'd be like, hey, get rid of these Negroes.
I think,
Listen, and listen, it's not about skin color, but motherfuckers is disrespectful. So
yeah, it's this is all just a big ass misunderstanding because people don't. No, no, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. People,
they don't
because
understand what I'm saying,
people
so
don't know where they stand. They don't know where they're supposed to stand.
they can
And
show.
hopefully when I work with Chuck, if we can coordinate something, it'll clarify what I'm trying to say, and it'll clarify what he's trying to say. Because I think what I'm trying to say supplements what he's saying. Because I'm with him 100% what he's saying. But people that have this kind of like pious, righteous attitude based on the Bible, they don't really understand what he's trying to say.
And
But they don't. But what I'm trying to say, they don't understand what I'm trying to say neither.
what was your? Because I was right there. What was it, like 2 Sunday? Almost, yeah, 2 weeks ago, right? When Chuck was, I was listening. I was right there. I was watching the live, and I saw a lady. She thought that he was saying something about the Bible. So, what was your overall view of what Chuck said in that video? Because like I said, first of all, I was still learning. I was getting in through the cracks of there were things that I knew, but he like sealed the deal for me, if that makes sense. But all in all, I heavily agreed with him, and I can't wait until he, however many videos it takes, I'm there. I'm gonna watch all of them,
Chuck was
because
saying this is about.
perspective.
Chuck was saying that what Chuck was saying was this is about national security and Western hegemony versus a Muslim takeover or a Hamas, not a Muslim but a Hamas takeover. That's what he was saying, and people are